Hello there, and how are you getting on? My name is Peter Molloy, and this is the Serious Craic Podcast. I don't know where this podcast is going to go, to be honest. Don't know what I'm doing. Don't know what the format's going to be at all, but it'll be grand, lads. Sure, it'll be grand. I'll be putting up on social media in the coming weeks and all that kind of stuff, so if I can get some feedbacks from yourself, whatever app you're using, give an old review and that kind of stuff, just give me a feel of whatever you're kind of looking for. That would be sick. But currently it's just me talking, lads and lassies. And yeah, I probably hope to talk to some of my cool friends in the coming future, maybe just about traveling. I don't know, about current goings on in the world, just general shit talkery, all that kind of crack. But yeah, great time to get into it. I think I've been playing around with the idea for a while now, so looking forward to getting into it, guys. And I hope to have you around for the ride. Should be good crack anyway. Yeah, and thanks for taking the time to, download and actually give the podcast a listen. I really do appreciate it. And if you're feeling it after you listen to the podcast, if you think it's any worth, recommend it to a friend, and that'll really help this podcast get off the ground. If you could throw it up on your social media or just send a message to a friend, whoever listen to podcast. I mean, that's how I usually get onto podcasts as well, as somebody will recommend it to me. So yeah, if you could do that, that would mean a bunch, and I really appreciate it. And on that note, guys, let's get jiggy with it.
Hey, yum, 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 yum. Oh, yum, 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 yum. Oh, yummy, yummy, yum, 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 yum.
As enjoyable as it was, I still had a vision of my quest.
Thank you. See you guys later. I gotta get going.
Not again.
What's up, team? How's it going? Fucking funny one to tell you now. So yeah, this cat walked up on the fucking deck the other day. Why do cats always look like they're sassy as fuck? That they come at you with that walk, sing, 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 and then they just fucking lie down on their side, whack, and then they look at you with that sassy look with those eyes. And why do they always do that like beach babe pose? Like the set with like sprawled, so like legs are like fucking you're at full sprawl. Yeah, fucking weirdos, and they always look like they're on a heist. Like when you catch a cat in the headlights, just like whoop. And you just like, it's like they're Matt Damon, man. Fucking Ocean's 13 job on a heist. Yeah. And then like, even better. Cat fucking walking across the garden, and then the sensor on the light catches it, boom, deer in the headlights. Cat is just there in utter shock. He's getting two points off his cat license there, and then boom. Oh man. But let me tell you about this story about my friend's cat. I was staying over in their house one time and woke up in the morning, Sunday morning, I'm making pancakes. So last bit of batter, put it on the pan, was glazing this bitch up perfectly. Flippy floppy, boom bang boom, bit of Nutella up the fucking boys. Literally had the pancake ready to go, went over, boiled the kettle, zing, 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 threw the old tea bag in to leave it fucking sit for a little boil. I'm not a devil, you know what I mean? You gotta let that tea soak. Turn around, cat up on the fucking counter eating my pancake. So I'm like paused, I'm in shock. I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? So I only done what any rational being would have done in that scenario. Grab the cat, in a bit of vigor now. I want to say I didn't manhandle it, but very close to manhandling it, and was going to drop kick it out the door, but just tossed it out the door. I was like, just disgraced. And then with obviously the stress of me coming at the cat guns hot, and chucking him out the door, the cat literally just lands on the ground, looks at me, and then just goes. Literally just got sick of all my pancake that I'd eaten out of it. And then I just busted my whole laugh, and I was, that's the type of shit that gets me up in the morning. I wasn't having the pancake, but neither was the fucking cat, Win-win. I mean, I was fair grand then. I was like, grand. We can move on now as this relationship between me and you, cat, we can move on. But that pancake is not being eaten by anyone now, which is a shame, because it was a fine fucking pancake, and I like my pancakes. Oh, man. Talking about cats gets me missing my little doggy at home, little Rufus. Ruby's the house dog back in the fam's home. She's a Weimaraner, an absolute sweetheart of a dog. Big shout out to Ruby if she's listening. She's a good dog. I can imagine she's snuggled up right now, right by the fucking stove, right where she needs to be. But oh man, funny story about Ruby too was oh god, I want to say a year ago now, but we have this kind of see-through I suppose coffee table at home, but I was just chilling, eating some chips, boom, 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 little bit of ketchup, dipping it in that, and I could see Ruby was looking up at me, tiny little bit of drool coming out of her mouth. I knew she was game. She was trying to play the sweetheart role, looking at me like, ooh, Peter, can I have some chips, bro? And, she was tugging on my heartstrings, and I nearly did it, but I was going to play with her first, as you always do, First I got the sit in, all that kind of crack, got the paw off her, bing, boom, boom. But then I noticed that she didn't realize that the glazing was actually between the coffee table. So I was like, yeah, we're going to have some fun here now. So what I did was grab the ketchup, boom, threw a little bit of ketchup on the table. And then I grabbed some chips and I started like dipping it in the ketchup. And then Ruby just had like her face planted up against the glass beneath, just kind of like, like how you would when you was a child, you just put your face up against your car window and put it up and down, and like, do you know what I mean? When it goes up and down and it's just sliding against your face like that. So Ruby's like up against that sideways, like, but she's like licking the sauce, like. And honestly, man, I saw it in her face. She thought she was fucking eating the sauce. And I mean, I played around for another 5 minutes, but I gave her a chip. There's a happy ending to that story, okay? I got a laugh, she got a laugh. Well, she got a fucking chip, actually. But, I fucking love dogs. I'm a real dog person. So how's your ISO going? How is your ISO going, If you're back home in Ireland, your ISO is probably going as if it was fucking the same as 2 weeks ago, And Leo coming out saying it's 3 weeks more and whatnot like that. But sure, that's like your missus saying to you, I'll be ready in 20 minutes, Means fucking nothing. But hang tight, get plenty of exercise, get plenty of nice food into you. Bit of avo and egg on toast, fucking right job, bit of scald. So you're drinking plenty of fucking scald anyway. I know I am. But yeah, plenty of now exercise now and get to sleep in. And get up in the morning now. Win the morning, win the day. As someone said to me before that I don't remember who, to be honest. Probably an influential person. I was stumped the other day. I was chilling through my the forever scroll on Facebook, boom, 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 going through all the posts, and then obviously Facebook deemed it relevant for me to fucking watch some of Donald Trump stuff. So, do you know what? I fucking I clicked on it, lads, alright? There's a bit of clickbait there now and I went for it. I fucking bet. But this was him talking about, oh man, He literally had a press conference, and then he showed him a video montage of how he's after dealing with the coronavirus. Now, let's just let that soak in for a second. Man showed the press a video montage of himself and how good he is. Like, what is this, fucking Rocky 2? Oh, man. I know. And the other one as well. So, about 2 weeks ago, he was giving a press conference, and one of his, delegates gave him this piece of paper, giving him a fact of whatever is going on. He's like, blah, 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 blah. Yarn, 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 yarn. And then after he's done giving him whatever fact that's on the sheet, he just tosses the fucking sheet to the side. I mean, you can say what you want about the man, but that is a little bit funny when I saw that now. And then you could see the people behind him at the press conference, the little kind of matchsticks behind him, just kind of standing there. They could fall over. I mean, I saw one of them kind of nearly falling asleep as well. But like, they just kind of like looking at it in disbelief, just like, did he just toss that fucking piece of paper? Oh, man. Quality street. Yeah. But it is crazy times we're living in. Sure, remember back when he said, we're at 9 cases this week. We're hoping to be back at 1 case next week. There's fucking 740,000 cases this week. That's not good. Oh, man. What a fucking gangster. But, yeah. Watching plenty of fucking movies as well. Watched Men in Black this evening with the flatmates. And I tell you this much, lads. Fucking good film. I'd give it an old watch there if you're at an old loose end, But yeah, fuck. CGI was actually pretty good back then. Man, what was I watching recently? I think I was watching The Hobbit, actually. Because I binge watched The Lord of the Rings 2 weekends ago. Of a Saturday. And yeah, the CGI in that was actually pretty decent. But then went ahead and watched the Hobbit the following day. Bit of a super binge. But in the Hobbit, the fucking CGI is pretty poor, which is crazy because the budget for that film would have been, I presume, the same as Lord of the Rings. But yeah, watching Men in Black, which was done in the 90s. Fucking good old CGI on it, lads. The little computer whizzes on that now are fucking on form. But yeah, I've been watching some Adam Sandler stuff as well, which I think is underrated comedy. So if you're thinking of watching a few things as well like that, Adam Sandler stuff is fucking mint. Think of a lot of it is on Netflix too. Steered well clear of that Tiger King stuff now. Fucking heard awful story. I think what was I listening to? I was listening to the Chris D'Elia podcast. Yeah, one of his recent ones. And he was discussing, well, if you've seen Tiger King, this isn't a spoiler alert, but he was saying that there was one scene in it when I think he was giving a eulogy for his friend's funeral or some shit. And it was one of his husband's funeral or something like that. And he was saying like, he's a great person, all this type of stuff. I used to love it when he'd go down and suck my balls. Like, imagine saying that shit at a fucking funeral. So that was enough to turn me off that, lads, alright? And we won't say any more about that. Yeah. Fucking strange times. Oh yeah, and if you're looking for a bit of crack online at the moment, go on to Joe Rogan's podcast with Chris D'Elia and Brian Callen. You can probably get it on YouTube or whatever podcast app you're using. But yeah, that is absolutely mint. Last hour is hilarious. Would highly recommend it. Also, if you're at a loose end or whatever you're up to, So yeah, another strange thing actually happened the other day. So I'm liking to do a little bit of a jog every day, cheeky 5k, keep it in the mix. But yeah, I'm kind of going around this same route around my house, kind of into the park yonder, and then there's a kind of a walkway up the road as well. So I take that, but literally there's this area that you come to, run down, doof, 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 and then you're over the bridge. There's this little walkway over a little stream, which is fucking mint out. But literally just past there, and this has happened a few times now, but literally there's this lady, and she couldn't look more like a fucking teacher as well. Yeah. Do you know that teacher look where she kind of have those fucking square glasses, kind of looks like from her face that, you know, she's aged because of her bad decisions. But yeah, fucking, she like, do you ever see that Homer Simpson meme where he like drifts into the hedge, like back into the hedge, like, so the hedge envelops him? This woman does the opposite. Her head literally comes through the fucking bush to see who's passing her house. Now, I don't know if there's some underlying condition there, but I'm spooked, you know? And I fucking forget it every now and again, and literally sometimes you'll pass, and then her head will pop through the fucking bush, like a dog through a fence. And like a dog would do that, like smush his head up against a fence, and then it's just looking at you, and then it's fucking stupid little other dog behind the fence would be going cracked. It's always the small dogs that make fucking shit tons of noise. But yeah, owners drop kick your dog. But anyway, but yeah, this lady does this straight through the fucking hedge, which is outrageous. Something out of a fucking, I don't know, some sort of a sketch anyway. It's ridiculous. Maybe she's some mental probs. I don't know. Everyone's hating at this time. I'll give her some kudos. It's kind of fucking funny as well though. As long as she doesn't fuck with my shit. As long as she doesn't fuck with my stride, you know. I gotta keep that stride going. She's gonna fuck with my PB, my personal best. Then there's gonna be an issue. Then I'm gonna have to grab a lemon off the tree and toss it off her face. Not saying I will, but I could. Yeah, and there's this other dude as well, which takes a walk on my route as well. To be honest, probably has some mental probs as well. But this dude is like some Frankenstein looking motherfucker, and he's massive. He's like 6'5", and I'm not small, but I'm not tall. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tall, but I ain't small. I ain't no chode. But yeah. And he's always on my last fucking leg as well. And he spooks me because I'm running up the hill with my fucking I have a little hat on, looking sweet as, you know. Don't let the paps at me now. I'm kidding. But yeah, I'm facing down. I'm fucking heading up the hill, straight up the hill, and then I'll put my head up sometimes, you know, just have a glimpse, see how far I have to go up the hill. And then this dude will be in front of me sometimes, and he literally spooks the fuck out of me. And he goes around his feet as well, which is kind of like a little bit weird. But I'll allow it because he seems a bit cracked. But sure, maybe his dad left early. But yeah, good vibes, keeping it good. But yeah, how good is it that like, or bad rather, is that like everywhere you go people are wearing like, do you know those kind of balaclava things over their face? And I reckon a bit of a hot take here, fellas are just trying to look gangster. You know what I mean? They don't own a face mask, so they're just like tucking something over their fucking face when they're buying rolled oats, you know? A little bit weird, but yeah, they definitely just want to look gangster. They want to look gangster, motherfucker. Surprise, motherfucker. I'm wearing a balaclava, motherfucker. Buying French fries, motherfucker. All rise, motherfucker. Pay for these fries, motherfucker. Wear my balaclava, motherfucker. Yeah, sorry. Too much. We went into it too deep, lads. And I'm sorry. But yeah. And have you seen? Oh my God, have you seen? If you haven't seen, go look up that fucking televangelist dude in America. All you'll have to do is look up televangelist America COVID, and you'll get what I'm fucking saying. So this televangelist dude. So first of all, this is fucked up. In America, they have these dudes that are on TV, and Danny McBride is actually making a series on at the moment. What's the name of it? Anyway, just look it up. Anyway, it's a good TV show. Just season 1's just dropped. I think it's on Netflix. Wicked. What was I saying? Yeah, so over in America, these dudes, preachers, so-called preachers, literally just fucking preach bullshit on the fucking TV to gullible Americans, and they make fucking millions. And yeah, so the way the tax system works over there as well, is they can't be taxed on their money either, that's a conversation for a fucking different day. But this fucking dude, when you see this video, like, pause the podcast, go look up the video, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. This dude literally says this. So he's giving a preach, and his fucking dudes are all around him, like, they're hyping him, because there's no congregation or anything like that in the church, because of obviously the current climate and everything that entails. But so he has his dudes behind him, like, you know, like, hyping him. So every time he's like, the Lord thy God, and then there's dudes behind him is like, oh yeah, the Lord thy God, like this type of shit. They're essentially like backing singers, but really fucking weird, you know, like wannabes. They're like, oh, I love you, you know, that type of shit. But yeah, and then one of the things he says, listen to this now. He literally just goes, COVID-19. I blow the wind of God upon you. Little bit of a retarded move there, as that's how you spread it, motherfucker. This fucking idiot is literally preaching how to transfer this fucking disease from one person to another. Crazy times. Yeah, and your boy is calling it COVID as well. You know? Keeping it smart. Keeping it learned, you know? Fuck yeah. Hold on, we get up this video here. It's fucking hilarious. We'll get up this COVID video with your man. There he's gone. There's the boys in the back. Here the guys in the back. Oh.
On you. You are destroyed forever.
Blow the wind of God upon you. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Never be back.
What a fucking moron. Hey, your dad left early. Oh. And I have one more video. I suppose a slice of audio in this regard. But it's this Limerick counsellor's friend, I presume. So this video was kind of circulating around, I suppose, Irish social media as of late. So this dude is obviously friends with a counsellor. He's obviously a prolific figure around the Limerick area. But I saw it shared recently. But so basically he's given out about people being out and about during the coronavirus and all that kind of stuff. But in a real thick kind of fucking Limerick accent. So I'll have a listen there anyway.
This is a public service announcement on behalf of Councillor James Collins, who asked me to do it because he knows I knows a lot of people.
Those are people.
But listen to me now and I'll tell you no questions, right? Stay the fucking home! Stay at home! Do you hear me? All out fucking 19, 20, 17-year-olds all out hanging around the streets. I tell you what I know, if I find out that any one of you are hanging around the streets, I'm going down to your house, right? I'm going down to your fucking house, and and I'll drag you out by the head of fucking hair. Alright? And I'll knock your father out in front of you.
I'll knock your father out in front of you. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, Jesus, that's a good one now. I'll throw that up on the old social media on the podcast page on Instagram. And if I don't have it up by the time you're listening to this, go on to Blind Boy's Instagram account. He's that shared there a couple of weeks ago. And have a look through it. It's fucking brilliant. And on that note, lads, I suppose we'll come to an end. Thank you very much for listening. Hoping for this podcast to kind of obviously grow over time and that kind of crack. So if you're liking the vibe of the podcast, it'd be great if you could like and subscribe on whatever podcast app you're using, and if you're using the likes of iTunes or anything like that, if you could, subscribe, like, review it, tell a friend about the podcast. That'll help it grow. And I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to it. And I'll talk to you soon. Thanks very much, guys.